Hi everybody, welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. I'm Richard, and today we're going to open up another plastic case. This is from Sarsilmaz, or S.A.R USA as we call them here now. They've been imported in the United States since about 2018 by EAA, European American Arms, and now they're exclusively S.A.R USA, so they import themselves. And although they're new to the United States, they have been around since the mid to late 1800s and are Turkey's oldest small arms manufacturer. They produce firearms for the Turkish National Police and the Turkish Armed Forces, and they export now to 78 countries. Let's get this box opened up and check out what's inside. Okay, it's kind of a cheap plastic case. It's not bad though. It's got the foam lining in there, the egg crate stuff in the top. There's a lock there. There's your owner's manual. Comes with a S.A.R USA sticker. We'll get those out of the way. It comes with two magazines. There's one in the case here. One is already in the firearm. It comes with a little cleaning brush and a patch holder there for cleaning also. And let's take a look at the gun itself. And first thing we're going to do is get this sticker off of here. The quality control is made. I hope so. Anyways, we'll get this off of there, and then we'll take a little closer look at the gun itself. Okay, so here it is. This is the Sarsilmaz B6C, and it's made in Turkey. Like I said, it's a, I think it's like a 3.5-inch barrel on here, somewhere around there. Not a bad feeling gun. It's polymer frame. They do make some other models in steel frames. They make a direct copy of the CZ75, I think it is, and it feels like a pretty good quality gun. It's pretty comfortable in the hands. Got a nice 3-dot sight system on it. It's your typical black polymer personal protection gun anyways. It does have a safety on the side there, so the trigger will not pull. It does not have a magazine disconnect on it, so it can be fired without a magazine in it. It is hammer fired, and the safety on there is not a decocker but only a safety. So you could carry it locked and cocked if you wanted to. There's a takedown lever on the side. There's the magazine release on the side of the grip right there. I don't know if it's reversible, although the way it looks like it's made, it probably is. This pin right here on the side, which sticks out there pretty prominently, is the takedown lever. Now, to take this gun apart, make sure it's clear, go ahead and cock it, leave your hammer back, and there's two dots right here, one on the slide and one on the frame. And what you got to do is get those two lined up. And once you get those two lined up, then you can go ahead and pop this pin out on the back. Now, it's pretty tough. If you can't get it with your fingers, you can take the magazine or something and push it through there. Once you got those lined up, you can just take and pull that pin right out of there. It's a little tough. It's in there pretty solid. And then go ahead and pull your slide right off the front there. It is a double recoil spring. It is not a captive unit, so hang on to it. When you pop that up, it stretches out there a pretty good ways. And you got two springs in there, so you got a smaller one that goes on the inside and the larger one on the outside. Steel guide rod on it. It's a little dirty. I did take and clean it up some, but there's still some dirt in there. Your barrel, just go ahead and lift it up and pull it out, and easy access to get in there and clean it up. It's got a pretty nice polish job on the feed ramp there from the factory. It's not bad at all, and everything in there looks pretty clean and smooth. Put it back together, all you do is put your barrel back in there like that. When you go to put your recoil springs and guide rod back in there, you're going to have to be a little careful because that's where it bottoms out at, so you've got this much of the spring there that can kind of flex around on you. So hold on to it and push it in there gently, and then get it up over the lug on the barrel there, and it fits in there pretty nicely. And then go ahead and slide it back on there, and go ahead and pull it back, get your two pins, your two dots there lined up again, and then take your latch there and push it right back in, and you're good to go. Go ahead and function check it. Oh, got safety on. Make sure everything works right. Now, it is both single and double action, so you've got restrike capabilities there should you need it. And it doesn't feel like a bad gun, like I said. It's just it's not expensive either. I think I paid $2.99 for this, which is not the cheapest, but it feels really good in the hands there anyways. It's a nice feeling gun, got good weight to it. Even though it's a polymer frame, the slide on there is fairly heavy, and hopefully that'll reduce some of the recoil on it, but it's not a bad feeling gun at all. Does have last round hold open on it, so if you got an empty magazine in there, it is going to hold open, and just hit your slide release to let it go down. And like I said, it's a double action. Now, one of the things I do want to show you on this is I took it all apart and cleaned it all up and everything. Obviously not that well, but when you do the magazines, when you're going to take one of these magazines apart, they're typical like most other magazines. They've got the button in the bottom there, and you're going to need something to push it in a little bit. Now, you want to be careful with this spring too, because it is in there under some tension. Go ahead and slide your floor plate forward. Keep your finger over there. And this is the thing I want to point out. This little step that's on there is going to catch that button when you go to put this back on. So you're going to need something to reach under there and push that down when you go to reassemble it. We'll go ahead and take it all the way off. The spring has a pretty good bit of tension on it. It's got a steel plate in the bottom there for your pin. Your guide is just a plastic guide there, typical of most magazines anyways. Go ahead and put this back together, and like I said, when you go to put that on there, you're going to have to hold that down, and that little lip right there is going to catch your pin there first. So they're kind of a pain to get on there. They do slide on from the front and push all the way back, and that's the tricky part with these things. It's not impossible to do, but now that pin is caught on there, so I got to get it pushed down, and I can't reach through there, so I'll take something and push that plate down some and slide it the rest of the way on. Once I've cleared that, then it'll pop right in there and everything's good to go. So be advised, when you go to take your magazine apart to clean it out, it's going to be a little tricky getting past that lip right there on the front. Other than that, it's a typical 13 round magazine, double stack. Just push your rounds in there and move on. So we'll get this thing out on the range and give it a few tries and see how it actually performs. All right, everybody, we're out here on the range, and I've got the S.A.R B6C with me, and I've got to load one magazine. I've already got one of them loaded, and it is a 13 round magazine, and it is difficult to load, especially when you get around round 9 or 10, it starts to get really stiff, and getting number 13 in there is really a task too. We'll get this magazine loaded in there. I'm not going to chamber one yet, but I've got some 115 grain full metal jacket Perfectas out here, and these are made in Italy. I don't see them too much in the stores anymore, but it's been a really good ammo for me over the years. So we'll go ahead and get this magazine loaded up too. I've got my ears here, I've got my eyes on my hat there, I'll get them pulled down. And I've got a silhouette target, and I've got one of these official 50-yard small bore rifle targets up there. A target's a target anyways. Got them both at the 7-yard line, and we'll give it a couple shots for accuracy first on the small target, and then we'll do some rapid fire stuff on the silhouette target, see how it goes. Now, it's kind of a cool, damp day out here on the range, so I'm going to try to stay dry. That's one of the reasons I built the saloon anyways, was to keep dry. Now, I do not have an actual holster for this B6C, so I've just got my Black Hawk out here. It's just a nylon pouch, a nylon holster, and I use it for a lot of different pistols that I have not bought a particular holster for. So it fits in there pretty good. It's kind of big for the holster or for the gun itself, and it's not a very big gun. It weighs somewhere around, I got my notes here, it's 1.1 inches wide. It's 25.2 ounces as a 3.8 inch barrel, and it's available in blued or stainless. And since I did not buy an actual holster for this particular gun, the Black Hawk one works just fine. I also don't have a magazine pouch, but Black Hawk does sell magazine pouches for these. So in the back pocket it goes, or in the front pocket, some pocket anyways. And I've got my eyes and ears on, and I'll get them turned on here so I can hear everything. And it just got a snap strap on it there. Now, I have the magazine loaded in there, but I do not have one in the chamber, so we're going to go ahead and chamber one and take a couple shots at the small target up there, slow, just to see how it is for accuracy. Now, the hammer is cocked, the gun is ready to fire. All I got to do is pull the trigger and it'll go. If I didn't want to, I can lower the hammer. Now, your safety is not a decocker, so you have to manually lower it, grabbing a hold of it, keeping the gun pointed in a safe direction, pull the trigger, and let it go forward. Now all I got to do is pull the trigger again, because this is double action or single action, then I'm ready to fire. So I'm going to go ahead and cock the hammer, take a nice, slow, steady shot at the small target up there at the 7-yard line. go ahead and put the safety on. The hammer is cocked still. Like I said, it's not a cocker, so I'm going to go ahead and try it. Pointed safely downrange. It will not fire. And I'm going to go ahead and holster it just like that. Condition 1, locked and cocked, but safety is on it. So I'll go ahead and strap this thing in, and we'll go up there and take a closer look at it. It actually did not do bad whatsoever. All right, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did take a little bit of time with them, and that did not do bad whatsoever. Nothing outside of the 8 ring. 1 hit the X, 2 in the 9, 2 in the 8. That's not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and do some rapid firing at the old silhouette target here, center mass. All right, now I've got 6 more rounds in there. It's cocked and locked and ready to go. Let's do 6 rapid fire at 7 yards. I can't count. That was 8 right there. It's 13 rounds. I was thinking for some reason it was 11. Anyways, that's a good thing to do, is count your rounds, make sure that you're empty when you think you're empty. And the slide did lock open on the last round there. Let's take a look at those real quick. They're a little more spread out, but they're still all in a good center mass area. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Counting is hard. Anyways, I've got 1, 2, 3 of them in the X ring there, 1 in the 10, 3 in the 9, and 1 in the 8 over there. So it's not bad, and it is really easy to just point and shoot. I did not concentrate much on the sights there. I just kind of looked down the top of the gun and sent the bullets, and it does pretty good if you ask me. Okay, one of the other things I did notice about it is the magazine release is easy to get to. It is empty right now. I just let the slide go back and put it in the holster, so I still got the empty magazine in there. But the palm of your hand tends to touch the floor plate on the magazine there, and when you go to push the button, and you may have to roll it in your hands a little bit, if you have your hand up against there, the palm up against there, I've released it already and it's not falling out. Now in a high stress situation that might be an issue there, but if you can remember to take your hand and kick it out a little bit when you do that, the magazine does fall out pretty easily. We'll go ahead and get this other one loaded up, and we'll take some headshots up there at the 7-yard target. It is ready to go again. Did a really good job right there. I like it. I like the feel of it. I like the weight of it, and I like the way it shoots. It's a pretty good gun if you ask me. All right, we'll do a little bit of 2 and 2. I like doing the mag changes, especially when you've got a mag that kicks out really well. And although I don't have a pouch for this, I really should get at least one of the little nylon mag pouches for it, because I like doing that, and it's a whole lot easier with a pouch on, especially when you don't have a microphone wired to you and all that good stuff. To be able to grab it and go is pretty nice. Okay, I've got one in the chamber. It is ready to go. The safety is off. I'm going to do 2 shots of mag change and then 2 more shots, and we'll see how it does. I'm just going to aim for center mass again, go for that. Again, a mag pouch is a must. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty easy. Like I said, as long as you get your hand out of the way, the palm of your hand, so it doesn't catch right there, it kicks out really nicely. An empty magazine, they don't have much weight to them, but the spring in there really pushes it out nicely. I like it. All right, guys, there it is. It was only 30 rounds through the S.A.R USA B6C. But I mean, really, that's all I needed to fire to know that it shoots well. It's very comfortable. I did not notice anything about the trigger, so that makes me think that there's nothing spectacular about it, or nothing terrible about it anyways. It's kind of a long trigger pull, especially in double action. It's going to be long and heavy, and it's not bad. Let's see, in single action, it's got a little bit of take up, and it's still not bad. Any way you want to look at it. Let's kick the magazine out there and check out the reset on it. Of course, the reset is pretty long on it. It's not terrible, but it's not bad whatsoever. Anyways, the S.A.R USA B6C, it's a good choice for concealed carry. It's a compact. They do offer it in a standard version too. They got a bunch of different models on their website and in the stores and stuff. And some of them feel really nice. The ones that are all metal, metal frame, metal slide and everything. This one being a polymer frame and a metal slide on it. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm pretty impressed with it. And I kind of passed them up in stores for a long time because I think, you know, I don't know. But when you've been in business since 1840, I think, is when they actually started building firearms in Turkey. At least S.A.R. anyways, whatever I said it was. Which Google Translate says that means steady. The gun might be, I might not be. But that's not bad shooting whatsoever. Like I said, I kind of passed them up in the stores because I hadn't heard of them before. But I am really impressed with it. It's a pretty darn good gun. And like I said, about $2.99, depending on where you get it and whether or not they're on sale or anything. I did not get this on sale. Shout out to Dakota for helping me look through a bunch of different guns. And I finally decided on this one because I thought it would be a good, inexpensive choice for home protection or concealed carry. And I really think it is. It really shoots well. I mean, that's not bad at all on that target there, especially the 13 rounds I did at the headshot there without taking a whole lot of time and everything. Not too bad. Anyways, if you could, hit this button up here to check out some of my other videos. Hit this button down here to subscribe if you haven't already. And I really got to get to working on the saloon some more, even though it's a cold, dreary, nasty day. Thanks for watching Small Caliber Arms Review.